I had a speech impediment growing up as well. So I couldn't speak to people. If I would want to connect with someone or I wanted to speak to someone, I would stutter into an oblivion, so much so to the point where I would stop and just walk away. My failure was tested, right? My abundance was tested every single day because I couldn't connect with people. I couldn't communicate. I had to teach myself how to get out of that. I realized that my mouth was moving quicker than my mind. It was through these little building blocks that I built within myself. And by the age of 14, guys, I actually got completely rid of the stutter.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new episode of the None of Your Business podcast. And today, let's talk about your self-confidence. Listen, if you do not believe in yourself, how do you expect others to do the same? And we've brought along someone that's going to help us to get exactly there. He's done a ton of work on himself. That's something that I greatly admire. And now he's taking those transformations, the work that he's done on himself, and he's bringing that to, by extension, people in his community and beyond. We have Michael Bastien here on the None of Your Business podcast. Thank you for being with us.
Pleasure. Thank you.
We have been talking a lot today about failure. We've been talking about fear, actually, of failure.
Absolutely.
So through your journey in life, you encounter certain obstacles, and what you're saying, by your definition, by your criteria, that you failed.
Yeah.
Talk to me about what were some of those failures that you encountered in life?
I mean, I grew up in a predominantly Hispanic community, and as a black man, you know, I felt like an outsider. I felt like I didn't truly belong. And also, Sean, I had a speech impediment growing up as well. So I couldn't speak to people. If I would want to connect with someone or I wanted to speak to someone, I would stutter into an oblivion, so much so to the point where I would stop and just walk away. So my failure was tested, right? My abundance was tested every single day because I couldn't connect with people. I couldn't communicate. So I had to teach myself how to get out of that. And the way I taught myself to do that was my cousin. My older cousin, he pulled me to the side one day. He's like, Michael, you're super charismatic, you're super funny, but there's one thing that you're failing to do, and that's think before you speak. I realized that my mouth was moving quicker than my mind. Ultimately, the way I got rid of the stutter at the age of 14 years old, and the way I got rid of the stutter was by literally thinking. Before I go say something to an individual, just think about it first. So if I want to say hi to you, Sean, I'd say, go say hi to Sean, see what works. And then it worked. When I was in class, I raised my hand. I used to stutter so bad that I'll get embarrassed and just stop talking. So I thought to myself, okay, just answer this question, but think about the answer. And then it worked. It was through these little building blocks that I built within myself. And by the age of 14, guys, I actually got completely rid of the stutter.
Does it ever come back?
Not really. At times when I'm flustered,
done.
Yeah, completely. Pretty much, yeah. And it's a hereditary thing. I got it from my mother. And I know people, right? I know people who have to go to speech therapy and do all these different things. And yeah, God gave me the will to get rid of it at an early age.
So grew up in a Hispanic community as a black man.
Yep.
And feeling like you didn't fit in.
Yep.
Adding on that you have this stutter, causing you to be very self-conscious.
Absolutely.
And feeling like you can't even communicate until you overcome this. Mm-hmm. Since then, you have never failed again in life. So congratulations. Is that correct?
That is not correct, man. I failed so many times along the way.
You told us that's how you've learned this lesson, is by failing so many times along the way. Mm-hmm. What are some of the other sort of milestone failures that you've seen so that we can share with the audience how we've overcome that? And then not only just in you, because then I want to talk about how they can overcome their own setbacks and failures.
Beautiful. I tried to start my nonprofit at the age of 24 in my community. It was supposed to be a mentorship group for young adults. And I went into this space thinking that, you know, I'm a young kid, individuals are going to come and help me. I'm going to have mentors in this space. And what really happened, Sean, was the fact that people were trying to take advantage of me, right? They saw a young kid who didn't really know what he was doing. So they were like, okay, how can I exploit this kid to my benefit? So I took a step back, right? I went back to the drawing board and I said, I can't be in this environment where people are trying to take advantage of me. And I masterminded a plan to create a different nonprofit, which is the one I'm doing now, the Men's Mental Health Group. And it's been rolling and going ever since.
What was the purpose of the first not-for-profit?
It was to mentor young kids from the inner city, give them resources and guidance to succeed in life.
And now, where are we?
It's a men's mental health group. It's called Brothers in Arms Men's Support Circle. Our mission is to provide a psychologically safe space that promotes the development of healthy masculinity through restorative men's circles. So we kind of do the same thing, but we work with adult males and youth as well.
That's an interesting thing when we talk about mental health for males. And especially if we're going to talk about inner city, underprivileged, that's not a cool topic. You're not supposed to need mental health. You're not supposed to be, the guise is that we're strong. We have to put on a front that we're good. How do you overcome that with the people that you're serving? Or do you find that people just come to you and say, wow, Michael, that's great. I'm feeling depressed. I'm anxious. I need help. Do you find that people are very open with this?
No, you have to create an environment that is safe, right? Especially for men, because as men, we don't feel safe at times, right? So it's about creating that space for men to truly open up and feel seen and heard, right? We get men and youth from all ages, as young as 7 and as old as 80. And we served over 200 adult males and youth in the community as well. So I founded the organization in 2022, and we managed to keep pushing through.
How do you create that safe environment for men?
We have a system. We have guidelines, we have rules, we have open dialogue, and most importantly, it's about vulnerability. Being vulnerable is the key. So as a facilitator myself, I have to model vulnerability in order for the other individuals to follow suit. So when I go in with essentially naked. I go in without any barriers, without any walls, and I'm just myself.
And then they respond to that because they feel safe, they can open up.
Absolutely.
Then they're able to see their own transformation.
Absolutely.
You also have been very active in advocating, and I want to understand where that comes from, the largest Black Lives Matter mural. Tell me about your involvement in that and why.
Okay. So like I said, I grew up in a predominantly Hispanic community, and there's a festival in my community called the Semana Hispana. And what that is, it's a huge Hispanic festival, has thousands of people. And I used to attend this festival when I was a kid, a young kid, but I never felt like I belonged, right? Everything from the food to the music was catered to the Hispanic community. So I said to myself, when I get old enough, I'm gonna create something that's like this, but a little more all-inclusive, where everybody can feel involved, all while celebrating Black history and Black culture. So I reached out to the state legislators. At the time, I was 24 years old. I reached out to state legislators. I reached out to the mayor, emailed the mayor back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And he gave me and a colleague of mine the liberty to write on the main street of Lawrence, Massachusetts. I reached out to it. It was amazing. I'm still flabbergasted about it. It's still like. The
mural is on the street.
Yeah, it's on the street. It's the largest street mural in Massachusetts.
Wow. And so who did it? You painted?
So I did leave that part out. So I reached out to an organization in Worcester who specializes in putting street murals together. They're engineers. So they came out and they helped us stencil everything out. I had to get 2 groups together because it was in the midst of COVID. So we could only allow 12 people in each period. So from 8 to 12 people, from 12 to 4, 12 people. And they helped us stencil it out. And then the other group painted the letters out. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Wow, that's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah.
What kind of impact have you seen from that?
I mean, I think the community at large is more accepting of Black culture and what it has to offer. That led me into creating the Juneteenth Festival, which we're going to be celebrating next month. Yeah.
So What does your community think about you? You can't hardly walk around in your community without people saying, "Wow, there goes Michael. He's making an impact."
I mean, I'd like to think so. I think I stick out, again, because I am a black man in a community that's predominantly Hispanic, but I feel embraced, man. I feel welcomed. I don't feel like how I felt when I was a child there, and the community embraces me, and they see me as an advocate for change and community.
So as far as the not-for-profit, back to that, what are some of the biggest challenges that you are facing currently in order to fully live your purpose with the not-for-profit? Is it financial? Is it volunteer? Is it just marketing, awareness, getting the word out?
Definitely financial with any nonprofit, right? Especially with all the Fed cuts and things of that nature. But in regard to marketing, man, you have me on social media. I'm killing it with the marketing, man. But it's definitely financial. But even through it all, man, I'm a juggernaut and I'm making it happen, man.
How can people follow you on social media so they can get more exposure?
Brothers in Arms 2022. That's on Instagram. Or Bastien Inspires. That's my personal.
Love it. I love it. Well, Michael Bastien, thank you so much for the impact that you're making in the world, for the lives that you are touching. And listen, I want to invite everybody to reach out to Michael, support Brother in Arms. This is a young man who's looking to make a huge difference, not just in one community. Let's help him to expand that out beyond just the borders of Massachusetts, out into the borders of this amazing country, and even beyond. Michael, thank you so much for being on the None of Your Business podcast.
Thank you.